Come on!
Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And I have got triple vision going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Actually, four pull. I got it on my lid, too. Good Lord, I need to make underwear.
5, if you count that waveform picture behind you, is your voice saying, yeah, come on, in waveform.
That's true.
5. That's the most you can do.
You can't top 5 yeah, come ons. You're right. You've got 3 logos and a waveform of me saying, yeah, come on. All right. Man, I tell you, it's a yeah, come on show. Spread the word. Subscribe. We need subscribers. We did hit on YouTube. We're at 2,000.
Oh, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good.
That's good. So,
yeah.
So since starting this, we've had 500 subscribers, give or take.
And that's just YouTube, and then we have some on Apple and Spotify. I haven't dug deep into the analytics. I'm kind of just waiting until we really get some momentum going before we can, because you can analyze who's watching, how much they're watching, what do they like, are they downloading, are they streaming? There's just so many different ways that they have analytics now. It's not like old-fashioned TV where the Nielsen ratings just people fill out a form and that's all you got.
God, I wish it was that easy.
I know.
Get 2 or 3 people that love the show and you're rolling.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. So I know for a fact we have more listeners on Apple and Spotify than we do on YouTube.
But we do also have the TikTok channels growing, because that's brand new that we started a few months ago.
So you just go to TikTok and enter the Yeah Come On Show.
Yeah, and it should come up on your algorithm too.
Yeah, and you're posting shorts there. We don't do the entire show.
No.
I think the only place you can get the entire show now is occasionally I'll put it on X for the heck of it. But mainly
you're just putting a link to the YouTube. It only streams in entirety on YouTube. Now, we might start live TikToking in real time.
I do want to do that.
We already do a 4-hour Atlanta radio show in 30 minutes live without a net, but it's delayed. We record it and post it
immediately.
But we could actually do it live for the super fans who want to see it happen live.
All right, we can do live. You're right. I sit here with you. The second the show's over, we take off our headset. You press a bunch of keys. Sometimes it's annoying. You type fast, and it's like, and next thing I know, the show's up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take you that long to post it. But yeah, we could do that. We've got great segments. I do have a segment I want to load up on you where I've got like pictures, and it's just like I just want comments because it's kind of cool. A picture goes a long way. People have been putting these up, so I'm accumulating them, and it just drives you to make a statement or your first thought when you see said picture.
What kind of pictures? Are these AI pictures or are they...
I think they're all real.
You would do it like a psychology exam, where you do, I forgot what you call that
ink
test.
blots.
The ink blot like that, but we use actual pictures.
The only reason I do that is because I've had to take that crap. 7th grade. My parents thought I was nuts.
Yes, I remember taking that. I did that in 8th grade. I remember doing that. Just they kind of do an evaluation to see if...
Yeah, it's funny when you look at it and go, I see you, or my mom's vagina. You're like, what? You can't see that. No, stuff like, is it okay for students to be served bacon in school if Muslim students are present? And it shows a picture of a girl holding a sign. And then the answer would be to you, I think, hell yeah, it's okay to eat bacon. I hope they get offended and go home.
Yeah, they can eat bacon, yeah.
Yeah, screw you if you don't want to eat bacon. There's also a new thing where they say that Muslims don't like dogs being walked in public or something like that, that they're attacking people walking their dogs. I don't know what's real and not real.
No, yeah.
They have a low opinion of dogs. But do they love camel? I mean, I don't know. What do I know? And then there's things like this picture. It's a group of overweight women in bikinis. Mm-hmm. You want to party with them on the lake. What does it make you think when you see them?
I might.
You might. You might. You might do that. Or this one. This is a good one. You get the Indian wearing a shirt with the Redskins colors, and it's called the Caucasians.
Right, and that doesn't offend me.
Me either.
As a Caucasian.
I'm not offended. I'm not offended. So that's just some of my little pictures. I'm just accumulating pictures, but they're not ink blots. But it's just like somebody's trying to get a reaction out of somebody. So I just figured I'd test our own reactions or your reaction. It is a lovely Tuesday, and we've got Wednesday. We got to do a show tomorrow very early. And then we got to haul booty to the golf tournament because we tee off at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to get in early, do a show for you, and then go to the golf course. Now, once we get there, we're going to set up the Yekamon machine, the tent, the table, the electronics, and we're going to do a show from Chateau Elan because there's a ton of radio people there. There's a ton of famous people there. And we even have a client riding with us that we've never met that was a great donor. A lot of people put up some money for Angel Flight. And how many years has this been going on?
Oh, like 25, 30.
Wow.
Like, since the 90s, the late 90s at least.
Okay. So it's always been, are these privateers that own planes? Or what is Angel Flight?
They provide medical flights, free medical flights for people who can't afford to go to certain hospitals in the region. And so they have sort of a network of volunteer pilots, Steve Craig of 99X being one of them.
Right.
He's actually emceeing and hosts the event. So it's guys people that have planes and then volunteer to give transportation to anyone who needs, certain medical treatment that they can't get here locally. They get free flights.
Yeah. Certain hospitals you hear are great at this or great at that, and they're outside of the state. So, you got to fly them. That's super cool. So I guess this money goes to fuel and what have you.
It goes to just running everything and just getting more people involved and helping anyone they need.
All right. Well, we will be there at Chateau Elan tomorrow morning, teeing off at 11 after doing a show here from the Exit Wealth Studios. And also the Exit Stage Left Advisors Studios. Primarily, we're the Wealth, but either way, Ted Jenkins is involved. And Ted Jenkins sent me something. It says here, 6 different ways that prove the wealthy pay a lot more than their fair share. Under it, Ted Jenkins, foxnews.com. Ted made the big time. I don't know if you saw that. Can you see it on my camera? Look at that.
Yeah.
There he is on Fox News. So Ted Jenkins with Exit Wealth, man, he's crushing. So obviously we want to talk about that. We'll do that on the red, white, and green, which you can see that logo here because that's where that's filmed. It's all about Americans that love money. Ted's going to tell you why you need to back off the rich and why all these people on the street bad-mouthing rich people need to shut up because they pay more than their fair share. They help move it. They give us jobs. Work your way up if you want to be one of the richy riches. But if you're looking for socialism, go F yourself. All right, coming up now, it's a little Steve M.Z. And this is brought to you by Smalls Sliders. We're going to do some stuff with those guys next week. We may go out and do a live show because I need to eat some Smalls located right off of Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway. Been in business for a month. We're going to talk to the guys and find out what's your first month of business like, where's the next location, and exactly what's going on at Smalls Sliders. Your sponsor for Steve MZ today leads me to a story of I don't know what to believe sometimes, but I think TMZ's looking for headlines. I think People Magazine is looking to just get it out there, a good story that's well researched. When I read things from Radar online, I take it with a pinch. I'm like, all right, I think it's not Star Magazine or anything like that, but Steve MZ takes its own spin at stuff. Rod Stewart, 81 years of age, kind of pals around with the Rolling Stones guys. He knows them. They're all English. I guess they all kind of hang out.
Yeah, and Ron Wood and him played together in the Faces before Ron Wood joined the Stones. He was in the Faces with Rod Stewart. So they go back a long way.
Matter of fact, in the picture I'm looking at, it is Rod Stewart and Woods together.
And I believe they played on Rod Stewart's. He did an MTV Unplugged.
Oh,
Rod Stewart did, and I believe Ronnie Wood joined him. And that
that's
was
nice.
kind of a big sort of reunion with them.
Oh, wow.
In the 90s, early 90s.
Yeah. So basically, they're all leaning in and talking. So this was just a day ago that Rod Stewart and Ronnie Woods met with King Charles. Now, those guys are in their 80s, early 80s, 81, 82. King Charles, 77, and he looks older than those rock stars. But what the hell? So they're meeting, they're talking, and may I say, well done in the Americas, is what Stewart said to King Charles. And King Charles says, oh, you liked, okay, well. He goes, no, you were superb, absolutely superb. You put that little rat bag in his place.
Who was he talking about?
That's what I said. The king did not visibly respond to the remark, which some observers interrupted and basically said, are you referring to President Trump? And as those around seemed to laugh, and he said, yes. So I don't know. He didn't really put him in his place. They just had a good conversation. But it's funny that Rod Stewart would say that. Little rat.
So he's an anti-Trumper.
I guess he is. Ron Wood did not say anything. The king did not speak back. He just laughed. So well done there. So for all I know, he's very good friends. Savannah Guthrie, boy, we haven't heard much from her. I did see something this morning saying they found her mother, and of course it's fake news. Fake news. But they put it out there like it is, where she's tackling a new hosting gig at NBC. So I think that they were in motion to do this. Then her mother disappeared. Now gone, man. No, not a word in 2 months.
I know. It's disappeared. And like, are we ever going to find out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody's got to find remains at some point, or is she still alive? Who knows? They said that they've been holding on to a secret for a while, and that Guthrie is 54 years old. She, of course, let it know on Jimmy Fallon's show, and she's going to just be doing a new show, and she's very excited about it. She did somewhat speak about the kidnapping of her mother, and that that there's no news. I mean, that's got to just be tough.
So she's doing another show on NBC.
Yeah, she says it really feels strange doing things right now. It's hard to find joy, but she does in what she's about to do. But obviously, not knowing where her mother is just puts a damper on everything. But you will see her doing something brand new, so stay tuned. She's excited about it, but almost feels like she doesn't have the right to be excited. And I
also just had Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day just happened. Yeah. So it's just like, damn, man. I get that. There's a part of me that even after my father passed, that I was kind of like, am I able to get up, happy, or should I be happy in front of mom? Because like she's carrying the load every day and I'm kind of hanging in there. But I say, go on. Your mother would want you to be happy. One thing that makes me happy, I don't know about you, if you ever got caught up in it, but Steve MZ needs to cover Curse of Oak Island.
Oak Island. I'm not familiar.
Once you watch it, you will be hooked. My wife hates it. She says, quit watching it.
Is this a show?
I have given years of my life to this show, probably 8 years. It's an island in Nova Scotia, and it's where a lot of people believe that things were hidden, that there's a hidden treasure, that when the Knights Templar, did I get that right? Knights Templar, ran from Europe, and and basically, they were hiding things that they had. In other words, people that knew where, say, the books of the 10 Commandments, where that was, where it was encased. They had a lot of treasures that were hidden by the Catholic Church and by the that group
in Nova Scotia.
And they say when they left that they all ended up on that island, and that they dug and they have found signs. And I mean, I could go deep into this, but people that watch it know. But ducts, tunnels, roads. They think that the ship that they brought in, they turned into a man-made moat in the middle of the island, dug it out, and sank ships in there just to hide it and let it overgrow. They didn't want anybody to know where all these hidden treasures are. And 2 guys, the Laginas, have found the island. They read about it in Reader's Digest when they were kids. got fascinated by it. People have given their lives. One man was there with his son, moved his entire family. They dug for years and years, living on the island, and then they hit some gas chamber or something. The father and the son that were down there died immediately, exposed to this gas. And then the wife leaves, but she comes back. But now they've taken it over, and they are spending a fortune, and they've made it a reality show.
Okay.
The Curse of Oak Island. They're saying, because everybody wants to talk about it, that it's staged. Steve MZ has talked. I talked to Rick Lagina on air on Rock 100.5. Seemed like the coolest guy in the world. They let people sometimes come out. But they're saying now, no, this is revealing history. It is 100% not staged. They are not putting things down and finding them or faking it. He said, we may not be the best of actors, but it is not staged. It's real.
Okay.
So any moment you could find treasure that could be life-changing, prove Christ did exist, Moses, what have you. We don't know what's buried there, but they say it's all the secrets that the Knights Templar had that I guess the regime was trying to get. And I guess back then it was the Muslims, wasn't it? It was those guys who was trying to overthrow the Knights Templar. I think it was the Muslims.
I don't know.
Have you not watched Robin Hood? Do you not know anything about history?
Not
Kevin Costner's Robin Hood?
I don't know my scripture.
Well, he goes, why are you painted? He goes, God painted me because he was a darker man.
Mm-hmm.
Just tossing it out there. That's Steve MZ. Yeah, dude, watch Curse of Oak Island. It's going to blow you away. Just look it up now. Now that I've talked about it, like I said, I've watched seasons. Right now, though, there is a curse in this country. There's a darkness. We're not trying to find it, but if we uncover it, great. We're going to joke through it like normal men because that's what we are. We only want the best for everyone. Jeff and I have different opinions, and sometimes those come up, but it should be a conversation, not an argument. Here we go right now with Polydictainment, sponsored by David Markwell of Markwell Therapy, because if you get angry, if you write off relatives, if you stop friendships over the way somebody votes, you might want to go talk to a counselor.
Polydictainment.
I don't know about you, but I am scared because
What's scary? Something scary.
has come to Atlanta.
Oh boy, something's come to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You know what's arrived here?
Oh God, I know what you're talking about because I saw the coverage on the news last night, and it was a procession of vehicles all around 2 ambulances. Am I close?
I didn't even know that maybe it is.
Oh, it is 100%.
Is it the hantavirus?
It is.
The hantavirus is here.
It came off a cruise ship, and now we have 2 people here at Emory.
Yeah, so there are 2 of the people that were on the ship, that had the hantavirus are I guess being studied or quarantined here at Emory.
I remember
Atlanta.
the quarantines. I remember when there was only 1 case of COVID on the West Coast, and then we actually talked to 26 people when we were on air on Bailey and Southside that had been cordoned off in trailers, having to live in a trailer, having food dropped off because they were quarantining them.
Yeah, there's also some people being quarantined, I think, in Iowa.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple different places.
Some dome, so
is it like 17?
Something like that.
I saw Brian Kemp talk about it too. He goes, if you were a Georgian, we take care of our own, and something happened to you, and you were in this situation, wouldn't you want the state to take care of you?
Well, yeah, I guess they should. But I also heard on this report, it's kind of confusing. Some of them that they're quarantining, they had symptoms, but they tested negative.
Yes.
So again,
oh God,
the tests don't really tell you anything.
Well, I'm
even
sure,
with this,
did they go up the nose like they did in COVID? Because I got a couple of those extra taste.
Well, this
from
what I've heard, this is not a respiratory. It's not respiratory transmitted.
So how does it transmit?
I don't know.
How did it go through a cruise ship and 18 people?
It gets because this is the thing that ultimately got Gene Hackman.
Yeah,
because he was. His wife passed away, and then it was like rats. It has something to do with rats, feces, and rat urine gets somehow in a human system. I don't know how it's
so
spreading.
There would have been the food on the ship.
Oh, that could...
I mean, it should be rats on the ship, like where they put all the food in. So some sick little rat got a few people that ate. Some people showed symptoms. So you're right. Out of the 2, And let me tell you, I saw one of them come off an ambulance, man. They're covered. They're like got a face thing and a breathing. Nobody wants to get anywhere near them, it looks like. I don't know what kind of rooms Emory has set up for these guys. I'd hate to be the nurse.
Well,
I'm
sure
like, no offense, this is what I do for a living, but I don't want to catch that shit.
Well, the CDC screwed the pooch on COVID, as all the institutions did.
So what are you thinking on this one?
Well, I'm thinking I'm just messing around. I like the fact that from what all the stories have come out about this cruise ship and the Hanta virus, people are like, no, we're not doing this again. I don't think it's going to be a left or right thing. No one wants any of this masking again or whatever.
Hell no.
No one's doing that again.
There's still dumbass wearing them. Seriously, there are people around town I still see wearing masks, and some of them work in not necessarily fast food, but I've seen them in restaurants.
Or in retail. Sometimes I'll see people in retail. And
why?
I know.
What? Tell me again, because I didn't pay attention the first time. Does the mask, if I'm ill or I don't feel good, am I protecting you, or are you wearing a mask to protect yourself from others?
Oh, it's both, and it's the way they work and they don't work. Talk to Dr. Fauci. He contradicted himself several times on it, but ultimately, it's to protect you, the other person. This is what when people
So when I see somebody in a mask, I should think they're sick.
You should yeah.
Like they got the flu or something.
That's what we used to think.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're afraid of themselves getting sick.
The only thing I understood was I knew in China, in certain places, due to the way they handle, their industries, it was pollutants, it was pollution in the air, and that's why they wore them.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Napa Valley, when the wildfires broke out, we literally were leaving the next morning. We passed them and got out and saw the vineyards burning, and it turned out it got really out of control. Several people in the wedding party lost their homes that lived local, and a hotel went down, and some people lost some stuff. So it was serious. And then the next morning we woke up, and it's just ash raining down. As we were driving out of Napa Valley towards San Francisco, you're seeing a lot of people in masks.
Well, and that makes sense because you're filtering out bigger actual particles.
Yeah.
Right? Just like if you mow your lawn during pollen season.
You should probably wear a mask.
Exactly, but not for the flu or for I guess this hantavirus.
So do we freak out or what do we do?
No, we're not freaking out. We're
all
moving
right.
on.
2 cases though in Georgia.
2 cases in Georgia.
They're at Emory Hospital right now.
Well, 2 potential cases.
Well,
one of them may have tested negative, so we don't really know.
They said one had it and one showed symptoms,
but tested negative.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a convoluted mess, and I can't wait to just laugh at it all the way to the bank.
Yeah,
not to the bank. Sorry, we lost money on COVID, and this is not going to be good. But
not good. How do you say it again? Hanta?
Hantavirus.
Hanta.
Yeah.
Hanta?
Hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Correct pronunciation coming from Paulo Dictainment and Jeff Cole. All right, it's time right now for a little bit of sports, and that is brought to you by 2 great people. That is brought to you by first Regal Nissan, and we're trying to get Skipper. Hold on, let me see here. Yep, you can call him.
All right.
He's good. So we're going to put Skipper on. He is the service manager at Regal Nissan. And again, this is live without a net. So we're calling him. And this guy knows sports. Whenever you go in for service, he's always walking around talking about it. So that's where I came up with the idea. But the service department at Regal Nissan is rock solid. So if you drive a Nissan or an Infiniti, this should be your service department. Easily accessible right off of 400 and Holcomb Bridge. There he is. Right now, it is Come On Sports with Skipper, service manager extraordinaire. What's up, buddy?
How y'all doing today?
Good. I know that we still have probably a tire deal floating around. Does Regal Nissan in service have any discount that someone can come up and say, come on, and get a discount, especially first timer?
Hey, this month we're going to run a special. We're going to do $30 off any 4-wheel alignment.
Ooh. All right, 4-wheel. Now we're talking because you get your alignments off. I forget what you do. I kind of let go of my wheel when I know I'm on a flat surface, and as long as I'm going straight, or sometimes when you hit your brakes going slow, you can tell if your car goes left or right. But Jeff, we do know poor alignment makes bald tires.
Then they get balder faster.
way faster.
Exactly.
And they show metal like a certain panty dropper car.
Yeah, I
Remember
know.
when Jeff brought his car into Regal Nissan and we put it up in the air and we're like, good God, he's driving on metal.
Yeah. Because, the
Be
outside
careful.
of the tires look brand new.
But the inside, were
inside,
bald as a baby.
they were about to pop.
Yeah. Because
You gotta be careful. That's why you gotta bring it into the dealer so we can check that out.
Yeah, when people drive through and the shield lifts up, right there at Regal Nissan, just goes up, and then you drive in, and then it goes down right behind you. When you drive across that thing, what are you testing? Is that alignment testing right there, or is that just tire pressure?
So check up on your tire, and then if you have uneven wear, will then indicate that the alignment's out. Because if your tire is saying on Jeff's car,
hey, you're perfect, Jeff. Mike, we're going to hang up on Skipper and come right back. Skipper, stay right where you are. We're calling you again. You're kind of in and out. Sometimes that happens because we are not hardwired. We are digital. So we're going to call you right back. Go ahead, Mike. Used to be your job. All right, come on, Skip.
Yeah, I can tell by the ring. Mike's got it fixed. Just by the ring, it's clear now. There you go.
All right, now you're clear as a bell. Talk to us. Again, we were in and out, but I just want people to know the service department. Again, it's all Nissans, all Infinities. You do not have to buy them from you guys. You treat everybody the same, and you're convenient. And if you schedule it, you're in and out. And if you show up, you're out pretty quick, but you got a good little room to sit in, watch TV, hook up your computer, whatever.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So like I was saying about the machine that you drive over,
Yeah.
the tread depth, it reads that on the tires, and if it's uneven, then that's where it tells us, hey, you may need alignment. Just like with Jeff, where like on the inside of his tires, it was showing the metal. So that's what that little speed bump you feel when you drive in.
Okay, so even when you just pull in, they're already analyzing you.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Cool.
They also get your tag numbers, a little camera and everything. They know everything, start building up a history, and then they know who's driving, what's happening, and everything you need to know. And they got a great rental program. They hooked me up with a Frontier while they worked on my diesel, and everything panned out. My question is, Skipper, that's your job. I know you're off tomorrow, but you are there today. Wednesdays is off day. Otherwise, Miguel is another guy you can ask for. That's my personal tech. But always ask for Skipper in the Yeah Come On deal. So what's going on in sports?
I mean, I think the biggest thing right now we got to talk about is the Atlanta Braves. Obviously, we had some sad news last week. I'm sure y'all talked about already, losing Bobby Cox and losing Ted Turner. So that's been sad. But the positive is the Braves have been playing amazing. Number one in baseball right now.
That's not
taking
me.
2 out of 3.
That's some crazy ass fan. Go ahead.
And then the Braves taking 2 out of 3 in LA against the big bad Dodgers. That was very impressive. Bryce Elder's continuing to pitch amazing. Spencer Strider came in on Saturday and looked like vintage Spencer Strider out there. That fastball was back to where it was back in 2023, exactly what you're looking for. Offense is doing its thing. Matt Olson looks like the MVP of the league right now, making Anthopoulos look good about letting Freddie walk and trading for him. So right now there's a lot of good vibes going on with the Braves. The shortstop we signed has Ha-Seong Kim. He's actually coming off the IL and playing tonight for the first time this year, recovering from the injury where he fell in the ice in the offseason.
Oh.
So that's great. Acuna is expected to be back by the end of this week, so that's another great thing returning. So all things are looking great for the Braves this year.
About to say, you're right. Guys that were injured are back. Guys that have been injured, or everybody's coming back. We're about to be at full steam, and then you've got all your great Braves, talking about Ted Turner and talking about Bobby Cox. So it's a good moment in time where we're watching the new Braves play well and the old Braves that played so well, being very involved now because everybody wants to interview them about the 2 passings. So it is a good moment for Atlanta. And I went out there for the Savannah Bananas. Stadium looked good. Everything was all yellow while I was there. But I'm looking to catch a Braves game. Quick question to the sports guy. Do you like Savannah Bananas?
Yeah, I was actually supposed to go this year with my mom and her husband, but my son was too sick for him to go, so I stayed home with them. So they went, but I didn't get to go this year. I went last year.
Oh, is he okay? Your boy?
Yeah, he's feeling better now. Yeah, you know how kids are, man.
Oh,
They
I
in
know.
kindergarten around those other kids, they get some sickness, and next thing you know, they're running fever. Just that's how life goes.
Well, they lick each other. There's something weird going
Oh
on.
yeah, right,
I never did
right.
that.
These kids.
My mom's like, how
Yeah,
come you
right.
don't
You
get
lick
sick?
people now.
Now I did single. Now I don't. Now Jeff licks people. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on who's sick and who's not. I will tell you, if you're a golf fan, you know what's coming. It's East Lake. We'll be getting into that, I'm sure, even more on the end of the week, Thursday, with you too.
All right, guys. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. A little sports with Skipper. Take us out, brother.
Hey, this has been Skipper with Regal Nissan Service Manager, and yeah, come on, sports. Have a great day.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on, and yeah, come on golf carts. Hey, it's Southside Steve with the Yeah, Come On show talking about one of our fantastic sponsors, and that would be North Atlanta Golf Carts. North Atlanta Golf Carts is located in Dawsonville off Highway 53 East, or you can go to Buford where they're located off Thompson Mill Road. Either way, they've got lots of brands for you. They've got Yamaha, they've got Club Car, and many others. Whatever you're looking for, they've got it, and they've been in business since 1997. When you get there, ask for Craig Riddle. He's the man. He'll be at one or two locations always during the day, and then ask for the Yeah, Come On deal. He's already prepared to give you $500 off a used golf cart. So whether it's new to you or brand new, however you want to customize it, do you want it delivered? They've got parts, they've got accessories, and they work round the clock. Monday through Saturday, they're open. Sunday, they're closed. That's North Atlanta Golf Carts. Yeah, come on. Boom, baby. All right, little sharp there, Mikey.
Yeah.
But I love ending the show on a high note. For us, it's always fun because that's what we kind of got into this business. I don't think I got into it to talk. I got into it to put on a show, to be funny, to play a role on a team. So that's why mornings worked for me. But I do love music. Always did. My brother's got a gray God, what is it? It's in the 80s or 90s Chevy. He's got it lowered, big wheels, rims, thin tires, and he's got a 96 Rock gray tag on it that he had professionally painted and done to blend in with his truck, and it looks cool. Okay. It's a one of a kind. Nothing that we put out, but people love it. And that, it's for the music. So we like our track 13 where we play a song that maybe even terrestrial radio couldn't get to. Independent radio didn't play either. Jeff and I always played it for 2.5 years while doing Fox FM. We brought it with us on the Yeah, Come On show, 4 hours of radio in 30 minutes. And we like to end the show with it, but you got to click it. I clicked it yesterday. I watched the entire show after we'd done it. And I clicked a little Nick Kershaw and enjoyed my song. So today, this song is brought to you by a guy that knows rock stars as good as we do, and that's Danny Hamilton. Danny Hamilton is Star Coaches. It's right there in the name. Danny Jr. runs it now too, and Star Coaches is cool. You're going to learn more about them maybe into this week, definitely next week. We're going to go out there and feature these guys, as again, we will be at Small Sliders. It could be a twofer because Small Sliders is on the way to Danny, right around 285. So we're going to go out, visit our sponsors, shoot some video. It's also rapstarusa.com, WRAP starusa.com. Whether you got a small business and you want to advertise it on the side of your vehicle, or whether you just want to do a complete wrapping and just give your car a kick-ass looking paint job for 3 or 4 years, or your boat. A lot of guys want to make their boats look good. So they wrap it all. Call for a quote, and it's terribly affordable. I couldn't believe how affordable it was. And like everything, there's a Yeah, Come On deal there too. But it brings us to the point to pick out a song here. And Danny said he's got about 50 buses out right now, and it's 90% music. It's hip-hop, country, and rock are now using the buses. Some bands some bands you may find out. But there's lots of bands breaking that just aren't to that point to take flights or on a plane, like the Red Clay Strays, or there's some of the rock bands that are touring that, used to be rock star, and fill up arenas. Now they fill up bars. So there's a lot of music out there. And for us, this is fun. And I kind of know where I'm going, but you got to tell me if I'm right. I was leaning towards Sammy Hagar, which I know you love.
Yeah, of course.
And you know the history on this probably better than I. It's a song, it's a little slower, but it's cool. And my son was digging it this morning. And it's actually something I picked up. I was just surfing on my phone, kind of like on Facebook or YouTube, and the song popped up, and I did not remember it. So it's Sammy Hagar, and it's a slower ballad. I'm trying to think if you know it.
Oh, Give to Live.
It is, yes. It's Give to Live, and I did a screenshot of it right there. You're right. And it's off. It just says Sammy Hagar, and I can't place the year.
It's 1987's I Never Said Goodbye. So this is in between 5150 and OU 812. So Sammy was on Geffen Records, and then Van Halen wanted him. Well, Van Halen's on Warner Brothers. So he hadn't finished his Geffen Records contract. So the head of Warner Brothers and David Geffen made a deal. All right, Sammy can join Van Halen, but he's got to finish his record deal, which had one more record they owed Geffen. Also, David Geffen gets a piece of the new Van Hagar. So David Geffen made a deal. If you want Sammy Hagar, you give me a piece of 5150. So David Geffen actually made money on that record as well. So that was a big success. Then he had to do one more record for Geffen, and he called it I Never Said Goodbye. They kind of probably made it, very casual. Pressure's off because he's in Van Halen. They're doing well. Eddie plays a little bit on these and helped write some of the stuff as well.
So everybody worked together.
It's almost like a Van Hagar record.
It really is. So you say some of the players were on this.
Oh, yeah.
But there was no tour behind it.
No, because then they got to work on OU 812. Because they were, doing their.
I wonder what happens afterwards when he's kicked out of Van Halen. Is he able to go back and tour with that music and do that for the other label?
He still does Give to Live.
Oh, he does.
Sammy, the best of the one we saw. They may have done that. And Eagles Fly is also on that record too.
What happens when he wants to do we know he kind of he rebuilt Van Halen. He, obviously Alex didn't want to have anything to do with it on the drums. Eddie's son, didn't want to be a part of it. So it's just him, the singer of the Van Hagar, and the bass player. So they get a drummer, which you can't do better than Bonham.
Yeah, well, they've since replaced him with a guy named Kenny Arnoff, who used to play with Mellencamp, well-known studio drummer as well.
Okay.
And Joe Satriani. So they're doing.
Satriani's still in it, and he even says, "Man, doing Eddie's a bitch."
Yeah.
And that guy's a virtuoso.
Yeah.
I mean, he's incredible.
So, but they do the whole Sammy Hagar catalog because he was on Capitol Records in the 70s. He was on Warner Brothers in the 70s with Montrose, and then got signed to Geffen, and then Warner Brothers. So Sammy's been around. But, he's able to play. They play everything.
So once you complete a contract, it's yours to do. So does he have to give any money to, Valerie Bertinelli or Alex when they play it?
They get whatever songs that they all co-wrote. All those Van Halen songs, they all share songwriting credit.
Okay.
With the exception of Michael Anthony, but that's a whole other story.
God, Michael Anthony seems like the nicest guy in the world.
So we will end the show there with Sammy Hagar's solo from 1987. It is Give to Live. Watch the video, listen to the song description. Link in the description. It is the Yeah Come On Show.